Welcome to your first introductory course for Touch to Inform seminars, Saving Necks and Backs, Rejuvenating Your Thoracic Spine. I'm bonniek-feldenkrais, creator of Touch to Inform seminars and a practitioner for over 40 years. Thank you for your interest and intrigue for exploring a different approach, an approach that uses kinesthetic sensory information to enhance the work you love. You will discover how you can engage your client's attention non-verbally through touch and movement in a way that you find yourself with your client creating solutions you never thought possible. The focus of this seminar is to introduce you to the neuroscience of touch that informs and to point out possible missing pieces that you can easily apply in creating new solutions to saving necks and backs. The first possible missing piece of interest is in how the anatomy of the thoracic spine has potential for a little bit of rotation, and yet this is a very underused thought. I wonder, as you sit listening or stand listening, would you please look over your right shoulder? Do you sense your head moving? Can you do this again? And can you sense if your neck stops, your head, and when? Might you notice if your eyes move, or if anything below your neck might move? Would you ever think or sense your thoracic spine could be part of this action of turning to look behind you? The second piece of interest is the brilliance of how your brain receives information through sensory experiences, such as movement and touch, interprets these signals, and then sends messages to a synergy of muscles to create an action. This is underrated because what's interesting is that if your brain receives the same information, it sends the same message and repeats the action in the same way. This repetition over years at the unconscious level creates your habitual patterns. Is it a surprise to you if I suggest that it is these patterns that often interfere with the healing process, the great work that you do? If you look deeply, most likely every problem is housed in a pattern of action. And how would you change a pattern? So now we're coming to our necks and backs. How are you doing? You know there are many modalities that work to fix problems in a very direct way. They work for many people. But you also know people are complex, and those who have many complications are the ones that require innovative solutions. Are you ready to look at the pain or limitations from a different angle? For years, neuroscience studies have shown that when you have pain, your brain is totally preoccupied with this pain. And just like pain, a focus can occupy your brain. So for instance, if you only look for tight muscles or tight fascia, you will only see tight muscles or tight fascia. Once you learn to view the neurological and the skeletal systems as relevant and equal with muscles and fascia, a whole new picture gets painted. You now have a complex, whole human being who has learned from day one unique patterns of action. Can you see how this little guy wears his hat? How do you think he might like to wear his hat 20 years from now? This little guy has also learned that his skeleton is designed to support him in gravity. Can you see this little guy's inner skeleton and his ability to balance with very little muscular effort? When you help your clients see themselves in this full body-mind neuromuscular skeletal way, you go beyond the rehabilitation of necks and backs and start a process of ongoing awareness and personal participation in your client's own health. In this 2 hours that we have together, you have the opportunity to take a closer look at how you perceive your personal patterns and your skeletal support. You have the opportunity to experience the anatomy of your thoracic spine's ability to rotate and what interferes. You will experience how the neuroscience of brain body maps are developed, maintained, and can be interrupted naturally or with intention. You'll refine a touch that observes, supports, and then informs you and your client's brain with new information. The end result is for you to have the tools to utilize more fluently the neuro and the skeletal systems as equal parts in this big, beautiful neuromuscular skeletal system you and your clients have within, so that you can use your client's inner wisdom to collaborate and discover unique personal solutions for healing and action. Are you ready?